In Tehran, the atmosphere is heavy with grief and a palpable sense of loss. Thousands upon thousands filled the streets, a sea of black stretching as far as the eye could see. They gathered to mourn the loss of top military commanders, figures of immense importance to the nation's defense, and also nuclear scientists, individuals whose expertise was vital to Iran's scientific advancement. These individuals were killed in a recent, devastating conflict with Israel, a strike that has shaken the foundations of the region. The state funeral was not only a display of national unity, a show of solidarity in the face of adversity, but also a fervent call for revenge, a demand for retribution for the lives that were lost. With Iran's leaders vowing resilience, promising to overcome this setback and emerge stronger than before. The loss of these key figures is undoubtedly a major blow to Iran's military capabilities, and also to its nuclear ambitions, setting back progress and forcing a reassessment of strategies. Furthermore, the attacks have exposed deep security vulnerabilities within Iran's defenses, raising serious questions about future protection. Accusations against the U.S. for allegedly aiding Israel in these attacks have further escalated tensions in an already volatile region, pushing it closer to the brink. This is raising fears of a much wider conflict, one that could engulf the entire Middle East and beyond. The region now faces a dangerous and deeply uncertain future, fraught with peril and the potential for further escalation. In South Korea, K-pop star Bain of Just Be made headlines by coming out as gay on stage. His announcement broke industry taboos and was met with overwhelming support from fans and advocacy groups. Bain's courage is seen as a turning point for LGBTQ visibility in K-pop in South Korean society. Social media erupted in praise, hailing him as a trailblazer. His moment of honesty could inspire lasting change. Here in Washington, the political climate is tense as lawmakers grapple with significant policy decisions. President Trump's sweeping budget bill, a cornerstone of his administration's agenda, faces fierce resistance on Capitol Hill. And surprisingly, the opposition isn't solely from Democrats, but from within his own Republican Party. Republican senators are deeply split, creating a challenging path forward for the legislation. The primary point of contention revolves around deep welfare cuts, proposed to balance the budget. Concerns are also mounting over the continuously rising national debt, a long-term economic challenge. The bill's failure would represent a major blow to the administration's legislative agenda and credibility. Its potential collapse could significantly impact millions of Americans' taxes, altering their financial landscape. Furthermore, the bill's provisions could have far-reaching consequences for healthcare access and affordability. Senate leaders are now scrambling to find a compromise that can bridge the divide and salvage the bill. The nation watches with bated breath as the outcome hangs in the balance. The final outcome of this legislative battle will undoubtedly shape the political landscape for years to come. The next few days are absolutely critical in determining the fate of this crucial piece of legislation. In Gaza, Israeli airstrikes have killed at least 81 people, including women and children. Hospitals are overwhelmed and families are devastated as the violence continues. International calls for a ceasefire grow louder, but diplomatic efforts have stalled. For Gaza's 2 million residents, the humanitarian crisis deepens daily. Aid groups warn conditions are dire and unsustainable. The world watches, hoping for an end to the cycle of violence. At Glastonbury, Belfast rap group Kneecap turned their set into a bold political protest. They criticized UK leaders and voiced support for Palestine, using music as a platform for dissent. Their performance sparked debate and highlighted music's power in social movements. The crowd's reaction was electric, making their message impossible to ignore. Kneecap's set was more than music. It was a call to action. England's under-21 football team clinched the European Championship in a dramatic final against Germany. Harvey Elliott's extra-time goal and James Trafford's crucial saves sealed the win. The victory signals a bright future for English football, showcasing rising talent. Back-to-back titles inspire hope for the next generation. England fans have reason to celebrate. In Canada, Hudson's Bay Company faces a legal battle over plans to transfer store leases to billionaire Ruby Liu. Landlords oppose the move, fearing instability and contract violations. The case could set a precedent for struggling retailers and commercial real estate. Thousands of jobs and the fate of iconic stores hang in the balance. A judge's decision will shape Canada's retail future. That's your global recap, 7 stories each shaping our world in unique ways. From conflict and protest to triumph and change, these events remind us of our shared humanity. The headlines don't end here. These stories are still unfolding. Stay informed, stay engaged, and keep asking questions. Knowledge builds empathy, and empathy connects us all. Thank you for joining me tonight. I'm Javan Singh.